Hi everyone, it's Capcan, and today we're gonna talk about the situation with classic WoW servers. And we have a big response from Blizzard on that topic, on the topic of queues, on the topic of mega servers, on the topics of problems with mega servers, and all that stuff, all that cool stuff. I guess it's on the WoW Community Council forums. There's a quite big answer from Blizzard here, so let's read it. Let's give our thoughts on that and check everything that we have on this topic, maybe onwards down there in the comments. So, first off, thank you for your comments. I understand this is an incredibly frustrating time if you happen to be playing on one of these heavily impacted realms. I sincerely and personally apologize for the situation on these mega realms. Alright, please do know that this is the top issue on our minds right now, and we are working on solutions. Because people quite often say that Blizzard sleep on these problems. They probably do really react too slowly on that very big, actually huge problem that too many people, like, you could have used that online hours of people playing and populating your game. So that's really so weird that they're working on this solution so slowly. Reading forums, Reddit threads, Twitter comments, etc., one thing that struck me is the sheer amount of misinformation or misunderstanding floating around. So I'm going to try and explain as best as I can what we are doing now, where we are going, the state and nature of the problems, and to provide a factual look on the actual state of realms that aren't full right now. Please bear with me, as this is going to be a very long post. Yes, and I saw one Reddit thread today which showed the /who on one of the classic servers, and there was 4 people. Classic TBC, classic Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch server, so that's not SOM servers. We have disabled new character creation and coming paid transfers to the US and EU mega realms, and they will remain locked indefinitely. Okay, this was a difficult choice that we feel is very heavy-handed. By doing this, we will cut off opportunities for new and returning players to join their friends on these large realms, possibly for many months. However, the situation on these realms is completely untenable, and even if we can eliminate queues in the short term, this is going to continue to be a problem when new content releases, as long as mega realms exist as themselves. What a wise thing to say. As a result, we've made the choice to effectively close US and EU mega realms to new and additional incoming players indefinitely. We will also be monitoring our other realms, and will take similar steps if they begin to inch into mega realm territory in the future, and we may do so with little to no warning. We've been hesitant to this because we really dislike restricting player movements and potentially breaking up social circles, but that ethos is no longer compatible with the reality we find ourselves in. Free transfers have been very successful so far, but we need more folks to move. I want to express a very sincere and heartfelt thanks to those that took the plunge and moved from one of these huge realms to FCM destinations such as Sulphurous US and Mograine EU. I've seen countless success stories affirming that moving to one of these realms has been a positive experience. Of course, look, if you're gonna compare sitting in 20,000 queue to moving to other lower populated server, it would definitely be a positive experience against comparatively. It definitely wouldn't be a positive experience for those people who were playing on one server with their guild, their friends, and now they have to leave them just in order to at least be able playing the game at all. So yeah, the wording. These anecdotes were not surprising to us in the slightest, because we know that almost every realm in service right now is a perfectly vibrant and viable place to play. Yeah, right. Every realm in service, especially those with 4 or 5 people online. Both of these destination realms are now extremely healthy, if not nearly full at certain peak times. Yeah, I guess those servers where you redirected people, they will be healthy. If you're considering moving to one of these locations, I advise doing so soon before they too become full, as we will endeavor to end transfers before we allow them to queue, and we may to do so suddenly and without warning. For a bit more specifics around these destination realms' health, let's look at Sulfurous US. Prior to at least a week, the realm had low concurrency at around half of or 1/3 the size of 2008 realm. In the past week, this realm has seen almost 40,000 incoming transfers, with hundreds more still occurring per hour. These incoming transfers have made this a very robust and in fact nearly full realm that is now right around 4 times the size of a full 2008 realm. Holy shit, so that's like 12 times more. Compared to from 8 to 12 times more than it was before. Pretty cool. The fact is, however, this isn't enough on its own to fix the situation on realms such as Benediction and Ferlina. Now that Sulfurous and Mograine are starting to trend upwards towards filling up themselves, we need to look to other solutions and potentially destinations. As a result, we implemented a new FCM solution specifically targeted at Benediction, Ferlina, and Grobulus in the US. For now, we haven't forgotten about EU, so no EU stuff like this. You can read about this FCM destination realm, Aranicus, here. Okay, we will look at this afterwards. As Sulfurous has proven, or do we look at it right now? To provide players who wish to escape the queues with a pristine environment to begin creating communities together, we have now opened a new destination realm for free. Oh, that's FCM is free character transfers. FCT, wait. From overpopulated realms, Aranicus PvP. This realm can only be accessed via free transfer from Benediction, Ferlina, or Grobulus. Additionally, all 4 of these realms are now locked for character creation, which means that it is only possible to create a character on the realm if you already have a character on that realm. All 4 of these, okay, they are locked. That's why is Aranicus locked? Please note we will close free transfers to Aranicus when we see it approaching a population that is so high that it might begin queuing. This may occur without a great deal of warning. So they effectively want to create a space where people from these 3 realms can go, and there will be no fresh players, only players from those realms. Okay, this may occur without a great deal of warning. Over the last week, transfers to the Sulfurous realm have been successful enough that it is approaching full population. To prevent Sulfurous from requiring a queue, we will close character transfers to Sulfurous tomorrow. Alright, so yeah, that's like fresh but not fresh server. It's just a mega community server for those 3 servers. Alright, as Sulfurous has proven, free character moves can do result in a positive play experience on the destination realm. We still have far more than enough players stuck in queue on these few mega realms because not everybody want to transfer their characters, of course. That could easily fill multiple other Sulfurous realms level realms if players take the next rounds of FCMs that we make available. But what if they don't? What are you gonna do then? Because there will be a large amount of people that for sure wouldn't do that shit. We again strongly encourage you to take available FCMs, especially if you want to jump in and join Sulfurous and Mograine in particular, as we will be ending the transfers to Sulfurous very soon, and we may need to do something similar for Mograine as well in the coming days or weeks. The mega realms in EU and US are full. Also, layers are not the solution. So yeah, people are often say that just create more layers will solve the problem. So I guess that's not the case. We'll start with the easiest and most clear-cut statement to make. The mega realms in US and EU that are queuing are completely full. This statement is the absolute state of things, and there is no additional capacity we can add to these realms to allow more players on or to reduce queues. Okay. One common suggestion we get is to just add more layers, and it's very important to understand that layers do not add in any way to capacity. Layers are a classic specific solution to alleviate congestion in the game world in densely populated areas. The way they work is that when a certain threshold of players congregates in a small area in the game, say in Blackrock Mountain, the service will spin up another entire copy of the game world to try and load balance any new players that log in. So basically, it's not like you're creating additional space for for more players to come. You're just separating them into several instances, and they are still on one and the same server that has its own capacity static. This is to prevent situation where large numbers of players congregating, casting spells, sending server messages and updates to one another causes a severe degradation of the entire service game world. This functions in some contrast to the sharding system that modern World of Warcraft uses, which basically does the same thing but spins up additional shards on a per zone or per area basis. And neither of these systems increase realm capacity. Realm capacity is dictated by the total number of connections that the service itself can handle. Yes, I get it. Every time a player connects to a realm, that connection interacts with numerous services systems and adds to the total load on the persistent database that the entire game relies upon to fetch data related to players, spells, casts, quests, and creatures, auctions, etc. When the total number of connections to a realm DB and services reach a certain number, the service will degrade or fail on multiple levels, leading to symptoms like severe auction house log and outages, chat performance degradation, or lag when attempting to loot items. So again, it's just repurposing different players into copies of the same location and not getting more server capacity and server space in order to get more people in. Never in WoW's history had the capacity of realms been as high as they are now, and even with our modern capacity, we can still sometimes experience performance degradation when the realms are full and DB load is at its peak. Yeah. Put as plainly as possible, we cannot increase capacity anymore without inviting additional and likely cascading failures to the service. At present, the best and only way to resolve this issue for the impacted realms is for people to leave the realm via free transfers. There is no technology solution to this. There is no hardware solution to this. The situation will not improve when Wrath of the Lich King Classic launches on September 26th. It will only get worse. A glimpse at other realms in relative terms. This post is already long, but on the topic of viable realm option, I also really wanted to take some time to dispel some outright falsehoods about the viability of realms that are not mega realms. I'd like to paint a picture of how large some of these realms are relative to a 2008 realm that would have been considered completely full. They can manipulate this data, and they first of all, they don't show us the numbers because they don't want to do it. Second of all, they can write here 4x, 5x, 10x. They can manage the word considered completely full, the statement considered completely full, as their own interpretation of completely full. So this all can be definitely a misinformation in order for them to look better, but it may not be as well. I don't really know if that's all servers that are available on EU and US. That's probably some servers. Yeah, probably. I don't know. But yeah, okay. So for us, 4x, Atiyash 2.5, Windseeker 2x, Ashkandi 2x, Westfall 2x. So no less than 2x no less than 2x multipliers here. And yeah, to be honest, I need to better know how much servers there are in total, because it's probably not all classic Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch classic servers that are available. There are probably some servers that are way less than 2x. I wish I could share exact numbers with you, but suffice it to say the realms above have a peak concurrent population ranging from several thousand to well over 10,000 players each day. So peak concurrent population. Okay, from several thousand. Alright, these realms are not queuing now. Many have never queued, have healthy and robust economies, and enjoy hundreds of groups forming for dungeons and raids per day. These realms would have been full to bursting based on realm caps that we had in place even as recently as 2014 in modern WoW. The narrative that these huge mega realms are the only viable place to play is just untrue. That is what he says. It's probably true, even if there are not 4x 2x a number of people as against 2008 considered completely full servers. There's probably still a bunch of players, and it will probably be enough for anybody to play pretty healthy, find themselves a group, find themselves a guild and stuff. And people are way fucking crazy about the numbers and population and dead, not dead, and all that shit. So that's probably true that what he says. So these realms would have been full to bursting recently. We had in place even as recently as 2014 in modern WoW. The narrative that these huge mega realms are only viable is just untrue, and we want to do everything we can to drive home the absolute fact that these are great places to play. Any demographic data available on third-party websites should not be used as a basis for a decision around where to play. Yeah, closing thoughts. Overall, realm health and management has been the most challenging aspect of managing WoW Classic, because you don't manage almost nothing at all, because that's already the game that existed for like more than 10 years. So yeah, probably no shit. When these mega realms started to emerge last year, we were concerned about their impact, but we were very hesitant to take heavy-handed action for fear of breaking up friend groups and restricting player freedom. You could have at least talk to the community, make some questions or something like that, and ask people, do you really want to be able freely transfer to other realms, or do you want to for us to implement some things to resolve this problem? Do you really will be devastated by breaking up friend groups? If everybody on the mega server could have transferred, then probably groups of friends will transfer to another servers in order to not to sit in the 20,000 queue. That's just bullshit. They didn't do shit. They had pretty much 1, 2, 3 problems. I mean, they didn't have as much problems as they would have with retail WoW, where you have to balance the shit, where you have to create new shit. You have only freaking server problems at most, and they just didn't do any stuff. At this point, however, we believe the time has come, after 2 or 3 fucking years, to end the concept of a mega realm. We hope that with your help and willingness to consider the current and future transfers we are going to offer, we can maintain a lively, vibrant community across all realms without the need for queues or increasingly heavy-handed actions. They should have taken action from the moment the problem arrived years ago. And that's just some corporate bullshit that they didn't want it to make problems for people and stuff like that. You could have communicated all that right from the beginning. You could have asked, you could have suggested stuff, you could have... Yeah, that's just bullshit. Okay, and what we have our community council replies. Yes, unfortunately, I don't feel that this resolves the problem. As a guild leader of a guild on Ferlina, it's incredibly difficult to even consider the topic of transferring. We moved to Ferlina from Scaram when Scaram died off once already, and the point of going to a large mega server was to avoid having to risk that situation again. Mega servers offer something that is innately unique: the ability to raid with multiple groups on different characters. Many of our guild members are regulars in JDKPs. JDKPs. Alright, so I don't want to read all this, probably, because there's just gonna be some community rants and stuff. But yeah, Blizzard fucked up massively. They're not doing their job properly. People like this, I don't care. I don't really care. Maybe it's not like what I think. If when he explains all the stuff that he want to say, but still, yeah, problem is really in the community itself, in the minds of people, and in the Blizzard with them not handling the problem, not trying to do stuff, not trying to do more stuff, and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching. That's the situation with the WoW classic WoW servers right now. It's interesting how it will resolve. It probably will be it still will be a shit show with thousands of people in queues on mega servers. Probably community perception wouldn't really change on this topic, and Blizzard wouldn't really, maybe they will, but I doubt it that they will create more heavy solutions in order to that, like to, I don't know, they can find ways definitely to do something with this. They can reward people at least a little bit for transferring to other servers, give them some free stuff. I don't know. It's just on the top of my head. It may not be the best idea here, but still you can think about many things, and you can ask people, ask community about the feedback. Maybe not these hardcore GDKP guys from the mega servers themselves, but at least you can go with emailing your typical I forgot how it's spelled. I guess you just can ask community about feedback on your decisions. You have ways to do that, you just don't want to do that. Or you don't have budget and people to do that. And that is definitely 100% only your problem. So thank you for watching. Hope you will enjoy me hope you will join me in other videos too. Goodbye.